transition at first was just kind of like, you know, jumping out of the window of a moving car.
It's been kind of challenging from times, you know, like it's been a different life.
I still have a horrible time remembering anything that happened before recruit training.
I used to feel like I'd wake up and I'd have sort of like a purpose. And now it's kind of like no one really cares if I do what I need to do throughout the day. Like I'm not really helping anybody by going to class.
Who I was in the military was I was an infantry, I was a grunt, I was a guy. They told me who exactly I was. Now it's who do I want to be.
I had a kind of an issue trying to fit in, you know, because you're only 4 years older than the people that you're kind of with your freshman year in college. But that 4 years, man, you know, you go through a lot.
I didn't really identify with my family, and then I just started having pretty bad symptoms of post-traumatic stress disorder.
It comes back to you see it, you hear it, and you hear bangs and noises and people unloading trucks, and it's an immediate think back of what happened, what you did, where you were.
I think everybody processes different, and it's just, you gotta get it out, you gotta talk to somebody. It's good to talk.
Hey, what's up? We're just setting up for some black.
Hello. Morning, how you doing? Good to see you. Yeah, let me grab my coffee and then do you want to get started a little bit? The beater is going.
I was the advisor for the Collegiate Veterans Association for a couple of years, and I went to the Veterans Center with this idea to bring the Peace Paper Project to FSU.
Yes. I was just explaining a little bit about papermaking, right? Papermaking was established in China around 106 AD and traveled through the Arab Muslim world around the mid-5th century. And basically, paper at that point, when it went from China to...
My partner, Drew Matat, is a master papermaker and book artist, and he's been making paper out of, you know, all different kinds of fibers since he began. And so he had a lot of friends who were veterans who were coming home, and he was really interested in what would happen if we used the uniform. And one way that I think is easiest to cut is if you can snip in a little bit, and then you can tear.
My first reaction was like, I don't think that's a good idea, you know.
I didn't understand it. I really didn't.
Kind of like, you don't do that kind of thing.
Nice shirt.
So much pent-up aggression.
11 o'clock.
I think she's got an army uniform that you can cut up.
Yeah, I have some. Hey, how are you? I'm Margaret. So we have, these scissors are all kind of lame, but these ones seem to work the best. If you felt like cutting something up.
I just came to watch.
Okay, cool. What was your name?
Harley?
Harley? Cool. Nice to meet you.
I really feel strongly about my uniform. Like I always took a lot of pride in my uniform I was in. So I don't believe that I'm going to be ripping up any of my own uniforms, but I'm definitely going to support the people who believe this is going to be therapeutic for them.
This one's pretty beat up. I wore it in Iraq and Afghanistan. I'm gonna take my name tags off.
I'd say that there's been an evolution in reactions. We don't put pressure on anybody to pull up the uniform. It's not so much about the uniform as it is about getting these people to express themselves creatively. I said, oh, we're making paper. You know, this is how you can tell your story.
I was just really tied to my uniform, and I wanted to keep it for emotional reasons. And I thought about it for like weeks, and I thought, am I ever gonna wear this again? And so then I decided, well, I can't cut it. So. just very emotional process that you don't expect it to be.
Basically what's happening is the water is going to circulate, and then if you want to go ahead and just add your fiber, basically, yeah, exactly. And if you tap it down a little bit, there you go, you got it. But you can already see it coming apart.
So you add a little bit of pulp. So this is called charging the vat. There's a huge metaphor with the transition back and the transformation.
3 seconds.
You're starting with an article of cloth, and for some people it could hold negative connotations. For some people it could be some good memory. But the point is you're cutting that up, so you're kind of releasing those fibers. In pulping them, you're reconstituting it. Something that you're welcome to do is to bring in an image. What I just sprayed is actually pulp that's been beaten so fine that you can spray it through a spritzer bottle and it can go through the silk screen. It's like you're printing onto paper with paper.
I didn't want to do it to my own stuff, but the more I started like watching and everything, I was like, I really want to make paper.
I haven't done art since I was like 18, 19, before I joined the Marine Corps. So the whole making paper and then like screen printing on top of it is awesome.
What'd you end up pulping?
I did a whole blouse. So I've got a lot of text on mine, so I gotta really take my time with this image. And plus I'm sending this to a guy who started an arms company. He named his arms company after our unit, and these are the guys in his unit that we worked with that died, so I really want it to come out. When I was in Fallujah, I was piloting a tank, and there was an infantry unit that we were with, and that infantry unit lost a lot of guys. It might be a firefighter, an IED, and you know, you'd see somebody getting put into a body bag piece by piece, and you're thinking to yourself, you know, I don't know who that is, and their parents don't even know that he's dead. But who could he have been? You know, was that the next president of the United States? Was that the next Nobel laureate? You know, who? You know, was it somebody that was going to come to Florida State University and be a Rhodes Scholar? I don't know. Nobody will ever know because he's dead now, and nothing's going to change that. The only thing that I can do is try and honor their life by doing the best that I can every day.
Matt?
Yeah, man.
It's my son. My connection with the military is that my older son, Julian, joined the Marines right out of high school. He was on his second deployment in Iraq in 2007 when he was killed. I couldn't cut up anything of my son's. And the dress that I bought to wear to his memorial service, I haven't been able to wear since that day. You know, that paper's going to mean a lot because of where it comes from, what it symbolizes. And nobody else will be able to look at that and understand that. And I guess it's that way with a lot of art.
All right, there you go.
Nice.
This is definitely symbolizing like my transition.
I love it.
Yeah.
The picture is the temple at the 2011 Burning Man. It's this like music and art fest that happens in the middle of the desert.
I completely stumbled into it by accident, but the whole symbolism of the temple was that people all week would write down things that they wanted to forget or wanted to forgive people for or something like that, and at the end of the week it burns. So I wrote down a couple things having to do with like my service and other stuff, but I think that's where all my therapy happened, was just in the desert with a whole bunch of strangers. So, but this is a great reminder.
Okay, good. Thank you. That one didn't break down very well. I think somebody else is gonna get hit again. I'm feeling that.
Dude, come on, man. That's another dude.
Who should I go for? I think I want to go for Harley.
And I was like,
And get it in his beard. But he's doing stuff right now, you know.
It's getting wet in here.
Oh, it came out really good.
I was kind of worried when I first heard about this whole thing. I was like, this sounds like frou-frou, kind of like touchy-feely, you know, like marine and then like hard science major. Like I'm enjoying it way more than I thought. I thought it was gonna be one of those CVA president, you kind of have to go do this, even though you probably wouldn't normally. But this, I'm really enjoying it. I am. It's I'm having a blast.
Yeah, this looks really nice. I actually like the way the edges don't look right. Oh yeah. Yeah, I had this color.
Oh, is that the one that I helped you with?
I think this is the one you helped me with.
Stuff.
Oh, that looks nice too.
That one's yours?
Good
job, man.
You? I'm surprised that picture came out that well.
I know. It is something when you see it framed.
Yeah. Yeah. Where's yours?
Me and my mom did.
Aw. Tommy.
Like it was weird. I used to wear this, you know, sweat in it. Just like, you know, thinking like old times, you know, like dudes, guys I was served with, you know, good and bads. But overall, it just it's a little nostalgic kind of.
Turned out pretty cool, I guess. I mean, the light and the dark. It's a weird feeling thinking about the war and then like coming home, so.
Yeah, it's hard to put it into words, you know? I got up and spoke at my son's memorial service just right over there. And I didn't expect it to be so grand, and I love that.
Nobody in my family served in the military. So I think a lot of times it's really hard for them to understand some of the stuff that I went through. I'm just really happy that I'm able to put it into a format where maybe they can digest it a little bit easier. I've got another copy of this that I made that I'm going to be sending to their unit. It's almost like I felt this inside of me ever since I've gotten back from Fallujah, but it's never been outside of me. You know, it almost felt like now it's externalized, and it actually feels like I was able to let go of a small piece of it. You know, and it's kind of got a place to reside now, and I feel really great about that. You know, there's a lot of feelings and emotions kind of around me in paper form, and it's really special to be a part of it.
This is Ryan Taylor. He did college twice. So one to Iraq, one to Afghanistan.
Thanks for your service.
Who is this guy?
Yeah, some stranger.
I'm not gonna brag or anything. My shit looks good.
Yeah, that looks gorgeous. Look at that.
It's great.
That's awesome.
I can't wait to hang that in my room.